Hello and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age Origins, in which we can finally return back to the surface after, I think it was 8 full episodes that I spent here in the Deep Roads, and that's not even counting the, I think 10 episodes I spent in Orzammar before that, so this was a really long quest. A little bit too long, maybe. I mean, it was basically just, one area filled with enemies, and then yet another area filled with enemies, and so on and so on. I think it could have been a little bit shorter, at least. However, the story was pretty interesting, especially towards the end. I mean, it was getting really, really dark towards the end. I mean, the whole stuff with the Broodmother. I'm still not entirely sure if I understood all of that. I mean, I get it that the Broodmother was basically a transformed dwarf, and that she was kind of like being converted to produce more darkspawn. The thing that I don't really understand is, when the other female dwarfs said that Branka allowed it, and I'm not exactly sure why she would do that. I mean, obviously she was crazy, but I mean, even in her crazy mind, this must have made some sort of sense. I mean, she was obsessed with the Anvil of the Void, and I don't really understand how allowing her people to be transformed into a Broodmother would have helped her getting the Anvil of the Void. Maybe I just missed some piece of information there, because that Hespis person was talking quite enigmatically. Anyway, we can finally return now, but before I do that, I definitely want to check out the Golem Registry. I will also check out the chest over here, because apparently I can actually loot it without a rogue. That's very good. Alright, I'll take that. And yeah, we destroyed the Anvil of the Void, because seeing how mad Branka was, it just seemed like a profoundly bad idea to leave the Anvil up to her. And while it is maybe a good thing to have the Anvil to fight the Blight, since it needs basically human or dwarven or whatever sacrifice to function, this wouldn't have been a good idea. As I always like to say, if you have to become evil in order to fight evil, you're not doing it right. So we destroyed the Anvil, and basically everyone else is dead as well. Now Branka is dead, Caradon is dead. And we have a crown to give to our king, so we can finally conclude this quest. But let's have a look at the Golem Registry now. So, you see a large stone tablet, chipped with age, with a great number of dwarven runes carved into its surface. Yeah, examine the tablet more closely. The writing is dwarven and appears to be a long list of names, each with the stamp of their house next to them. You recognize a few of the house names. At the bottom of the list are the words, "We honor those who have made this sacrifice. Let their names be remembered." The carvings are still deep enough that a tracing could be taken, allowing the information to be carried elsewhere. Sure, let's ask our friends first. Ogun, what is this? Can you tell?
Names. Long list of dwarves. Wait, hold on. We honor who have made this sacrifice. Let their names be remembered. Fart me a lullaby. It's a memorial of all the dwarves who became golems. Has to be. If there was some way of getting this back to the Shaper at Orzammar, I bet they'd brown their trousers. And pay good gold for it. Probably both.
And Shay, what's your take on this?
No. Perhaps it thinks I should. It may have something to do with Caradon's words. If there is some way to make a copy of these runes, I am willing to study them. Perhaps there is something to be gleaned from them, I know not.
Alright, let's take a tracing of the tablet. And continue. New quest, the Golem Registry. Bring the tracing of the Golem Registry to the Shaperate. Yeah. There's still a few side quests that I need to wrap up. Return to Filda, this is something I have to do in Orzammar. I have to bring this to Orta. Yeah, I can't do the antidote yet, because Wynn needs expert herbalism for that. I still need to find the Topsider's grave. It's somewhere in Orzammar, so maybe we make a quick stop over there before returning. This is in Orzammar, and this is in Orzammar as well. Alright, I think this is everything I can do in this place. The rest are all just lyrium veins. So, let's go back, I guess. And I assume this is a way out.
Well, that pretty much beat the sod out of how I imagined it. You ready to head back yet and share the news?
Yeah, to the assembly. They need to know as soon as possible.
Yeah, those Deshirs have been trying to destroy the city for years. Haven't managed yet.
Alright, yeah, sure, let's quickly stop by Orzammar to find this, Topsider's, grave. That shouldn't take too long, because, I mean, all the enemies are killed. At some point I will also, visit the other place, Adukenteig, which is apparently part of the quest if you side with, Prince Balin. But you can still go there for loot and XP, and I will do that at some point. Okay, I already see it. So I will go to the Adukenteig at some point as well, but not right now, because...
I have a question it may be able to answer, Elder Mage.
Must it always be Elder Mage? I'm not a wizened old crone just yet.
Would it prefer mage well past her prime don't mind the sagging bits?
You have an odd way of requesting answers to your questions.
I'm curious about the abominations of the tower. Is it possible for such a creature to become human again?
Yes, it is simply very difficult. It requires travel into the Fade.
And? Is the mage the same afterwards as the mage was before?
No, I have never met such a person, but no, they are changed forever.
I understand. Thank you for the answer, wise one.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't actually know that you can turn back an abomination. I mean, we kind of did it with Connor, I guess, although he wasn't a full abomination or something. So, yeah, everyone is dead here, so we can just run through and visit the grave, which is somewhere over there. But yeah, as I was just about to say, I will go to the Adukenteig as well, just to collect whatever is in there. But not right now, because I need a break from the deep roads. So let's see. Ah, it's this grave. Yeah, I think we found this already before. Okay, what did I get? Topsider's honor. Oh, this is not a bad sword. If I didn't have Starfang, I would totally use this. But it may be something for Alistair, so let's take it. And let's return to Orzammar, finally. And there we go. Back to Orzammar. Oh, we jump
Lords
right
of
into
the
it.
Assembly, I call for order. This argument gets us nowhere.
Then why these delaying tactics? I call for a vote right now. My father has one living child to assume the Idukan throne. Who would deny him that?
Your father made me swear on his deathbed you would not succeed him.
I apologize for the interruption, Lord Steward, but the Grey Warden has returned.
We should let the Warden speak. What news do you bring?
I bring a crown forged by Caradin on the Anvil of the Void.
Caradin was trapped in the body of a golem. This warden granted him the mercy he sought, releasing him and destroying the Anvil of the Void. Before he died, Caridin forged a crown for Orzammar's next king, chosen by the ancestors themselves.
Thanks
And
for the
we are
summary,
supposed
Owen.
to trust this? The word of a drunken sot and a Grey Warden known to be in Harrowmont's pocket?
Silence! This crown is of Paragon make, and bears House Ortan's ancient seal. Tell us, Warden, whom did Caridin choose?
Oh. I can actually still choose Balin. But, I think I will stick with Harrowmont. Not just because I don't think Skadi would go back on her word. I mean, she kinda committed to Harrowmont, so she will stick with that. But, I mean, she never really wanted to interfere in any of this to begin with. And from what I understand, Harrowmont is more conservative. And while I don't think that Skadi is particularly conservative or shares Harrowmont's views, she probably thinks that the conservative choice is the one with the least meddling, you know? A very radical king could change a lot of stuff, and a conservative king not so much, so it would basically stay all the same, and she wouldn't have that much influence on the politics of Orzammar. So I think she will go with Harrowmont because, you know, that's what she decided before starting all of this. And I mean, if the dwarves of Orzammar won't change, then at some point it will come. But it's not her place to decide that. So she will stick with Harrowmont.
I appreciate your forthrightness, Warden. You have acted with grace through this entire torturous process.
Yeah.
Let the memories find you worthy. First amidst the lords of the houses, the King of Orzammar.
I will not abide by this!
The ancestors have spoken.
Yeah, stand down, Balin, you've lost.
Would you let a surfacer decide the fate of the dwarves?
Watch out! They brought weapons! Guards!
Uh-oh. Okay, what do we got here? King Pyrrell Harrowmont and Prince Balin. Okay, I'm going for the prince, if I have to. I'll probably take a shield war, because I see a lot of dwarves with shields, and they will probably try to knock me over. Okay. And let's have a war cry. Nice. And I'll take a rally. I don't really want to kill you, Prince, but you don't really leave me any other choice. What a mess! Everyone fighting everyone. Alright. He's almost down. Okay. Prince is down, so let's continue with...
I admit I did
okay.
not think even Balin would defy the word of a paragon, nor that so many would follow him. But most of Orzammar has seen him for what he really is, and I trust we will bring this insurgency under control.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, show them you are a strong king and they will follow you.
I prefer to be known as a just and compassionate king.
Well, fair enough.
Strong too often comes to mean tyrannical. But I will not leave this uprising unpunished. Those loyal to the throne will begin preparations for a surface mission immediately. Orzammar will fulfill its treaties. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must get to the palace and set our plans in motion.
Alright. Don't I get a statue or something in my honor? That would be funny if there were statues of me now. And I must return to my duties on the surface.
This is the staff I carried as King Endrin's II. Take it as a reminder of your place in Orzammar. I wish you luck against the Blight Warden. May we foster another 4 centuries of peace.
Your role in this election will long be remembered.
Achievement unlocked. Haramon's ally. Alright. I did get some item from him. Haramon's staff. Why would a dwarf have a staff anyway? I mean, I thought dwarves can't do magic. This is kind of weird. Okay, let's loot. Well, Prince Balin had a lot of money on him, but nothing else. And another one.
Your role in this election will long be remembered, Warden.
Long live King Haramont.
You will always have a place in King Haramont's court.
Alright, I think I'm pretty much done here. Mines Commander.
The Assembly paid you great honor, Warden.
Yeah. Okay, let's leave and let's turn in our remaining side quests before we go back to the surface.
The Assembly is in recess until King Haramont can address them.
Alright. Actually, let's have a quick save. I don't want any more game crashes.
Grey Warden, you have impressed the best of us.
Oh, it's you. Hey.
If I'd heard it secondhand, I'd have called it a sodding lie. Warden, we've got a king because of you. The
Oh, you're
rest
welcome.
impressive, but the Legion is grateful most for restored leadership. It frees us to fight to the Darkspawn properly.
Well, can I count on you to fight the Blight at my side?
Nay, our place is down here. When you break the Blight, and you've got the skill, we'll make sure they have nowhere to retreat. You'll have us indirectly. That's more than any surfacer can say.
Sure, let's try to persuade him. We need you topside. Show the world your skill.
You alone have the skill to back up your words. Each of the Legion owes our homeland a death, but if our lives are better shed on the surface, so be it. Back to Orzammar when we win, though. I'll not stay topside to lose my stone sense.
That's alright. That's quite alright. Okay, so now we have the Legion of the Dead as well. That's good. Okay, let's see. What do we have to do now? We need to go to the Shape Raid and we need to return to Filda. I think the Shape Raid is just around here, so let's start with that. Yep, Shape Raid is here. Alright, let's talk to Orta first.
I started to worry. I didn't know if you were ever coming back. Did you find any records? Any sign of the old Orton Tig?
Yeah, I have the records right here.
You found them? Let me see. That's my great-grandmother's name. And her husband! Oh, great ancestors, it's them! It's me! I am an Orton. Oh, thank you. I have to take these to the Assembly right away. Find me there. Once these are acknowledged, I'll give you any reward.
Alright. Quest updated. Meet Orta at the Assembly. Alright. Next stop, the Shaper.
Impressive work, Warden. King Haramont's impending coronation has been entered into the memories. Is there something more I can help you with?
I have some tracings you might be interested in.
What's this? A list of names. Most of these clans no longer even exist. Is this authentic?
You bet your hairy arse it is. Taken from a tablet in Caridin's fortress, no less.
Yep.
Then is it true? The rumors of Caridin's so-called volunteers? Extraordinary! I would love to make a copy of this. The Shaperate has never had much information on Caridin and his golems, much less proof of this magnitude. Warden, I hope this artifact from our archives will suffice as a reward. I must inform the Shaperate at once.
Quest completed. Alright. Golem registry. Was there anything else? This is something I have to do in the Shaperate as well. So, who do I talk to about that? Apparently I haven't read that codex entry yet. Oh, the memories. Is this where I need to put it? Yeah, quest completed. The dead cased. Alright.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
I think I already did. Thank you. So, this only leaves Filda, and we need to speak to Aaah once more to collect our reward. So, let's do that. Alright, back to the assembly and speak to Aaah again. Man, these dwarves really have you running around a lot. Oh, there you are.
My name's Orta. After the old Orton house, they gave our seat back. And the records show which houses still owe House Orton money. One day, I will be able to properly thank you for all you've done for me.
Your happiness is enough. Any money you could spare would help.
I don't know what treasure is left, but whatever I get, you can have as much as you want. I'll have to find someone willing to look. Maybe a whole expedition. If the Tig is still there, it must have something. House Orton will not forget this kindness. Didn't that sound official?
Alright, I got some money out of this. For all my troubles. Okay, and finally we need to speak to Filda. I think she was in the commons. And at some point we need to return to the royal palace to hand in the antidote, but I can't do this just yet.
News of the hour. All hail King Pyral Harrowmont. The worthiest dwarf has ascended.
Well, I see what sort of company you've taken up.
Apparently Ogun is not that popular around here.
I'll get on it.
Alright, so where was she? Okay, over there. Yeah, I have bad news for you.
You've returned. With all the excitement over the new king, I never expected you to remember my poor son. Did you learn anything about my ruck?
Those are some terrible options here. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about this one. In this case, it may actually be better to just tell her that he's dead. I don't know. I don't really like lying to her, but it may give her some closure. So, yeah, let's tell her he's dead.
Oh, my poor boy. I guess I knew, but I just wish I could have seen him one last time. Here, this is my husband's masterwork, the first shield he smithed. I don't have anyone to save it for anymore. I'd like you to have it, for what you risked to bring me this news.
Thank you. Speaking of shields, I actually got a shield from Branka. And I wanna have a look at that. Branka's shield. Rock's shield. But Radcliffe's elite shield still is better, I believe. I will keep my shield for now. Alright, I believe this is just about everything. I mean, except the Chantry Dwarf, which, yeah, he has to figure this out on his own. Which means I am ready to leave Orzammar. So, let's go. Yep, it's this way. And at some point we will return for the antidote. Once Wynne has learned export
The Elder Mage
herbalism.
watches me. I'm reminded of a certain former master whose head I crushed, or so I'm told.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shale. I am simply curious about you, that's all.
As my former master would say during his experiments.
Oh, I would do no such thing. I just find the idea of you so fascinating. On the one hand, it seems it would be so sad and so lonely in existence. And on the other, you are so very powerful. No golem I know of has ever had free will as you do. May I ask what you intend to do with it?
Other than exterminating the vermin of the sky?
Yes. Other than that?
I do not know. Crushing heads is fun, for now.
Well, that's something.
Yep, it's always good to have goals in life, like crushing heads and killing birds. Alright, let's finally go back up. Fresh air, sky, sun.
Give me a moment.
Sure, take your time.
By the stone. I feel like I'm about to fall off the world with all that sky up there.
Is it that strange to you?
Strange? Strange is your wife turning out to prefer the ladies. Not living in a world without a bleeding ceiling.
Alright.
Well, let's get moving. We're losing, daylight.
Right. Yeah, look at this. Finally! Oh, I missed you, sky, sun. Finally we're above ground again. Look how beautiful it is. Alright, I think I will return back to camp now, because we have lots of stuff to talk about. And I believe the episode is long enough, so I will stop the recording once I'm in camp. Yep, here we are. So, in the next episode, I think the first thing I'm going to do is to talk to Ogren. I hope he has a little bit more to say to me now. Actually, the Nug is here now. Amazing. And yeah, there's a lot of other stuff to do before we continue with the story. I mean, the next thing I would have to do is to return to Aaah, but I won't be doing this for a while because there's a bunch of other stuff I want to do first. And first of all, like I said, I will talk to Ogren in the next episode. I will talk to some of my other companions. So, see you again next episode.